What is up? Thank you for coming to my channel, Prison POV. So we're going to show some love right off the bat. Got some cool stuff in the mail today. One being this Misfits Thing Club shirt from the homeboy Road Rash. He also sent this hat, neck breaker, this beanie came from Tokyo, little guitar, some movies, some stickers, and some cool stuff, man. Thank you, Road Rash. You're the good homie, bro. Also, I heard from Smiley, Mitch from Hard Intentions. He shot me this hat. I love this color gray right here. It's my favorite color. It's like a gunmetal gray. I'm not sure what it is. Love the hat. Thank you, Smiley. I need to go back on and do some more interviews with you, homeboy. And these shirts. He's got some good merch out, man. Good videos, good content, good merchandise. Smiley's a good homie, man. Also, I updated my Teespring. Also, we took the Splinter and Slayer font and we put it on black shirt, hoodies, and t-shirts. Looks really sick, man. I don't even have one myself. I gotta get one. You'll know when I have it, because I'll be wearing it all the time. I want to go on a, what I called earlier, a sticker campaign. Here's a problem I'm having. Stickers not fit in this envelope. I've gone to Walmart several times to get envelopes. That's where I get them at. And they're gone. They just don't have them. I bought the last pack and they have not gotten any more. So maybe I need to go somewhere else. I got to get some envelopes. I can start sending out the Prison POV stickers and the Splinter stickers. The best way to get them, a lot of people like to, and I don't blame you. This is probably how I would do it too. A lot of people like to hit me up through IG or hit me up in the comment section YouTube. Say, here's my address, shoot me a sticker, and I would do it. I have no problem with it. But you can fall through the cracks real easy. Because unless I have a pencil paper ready right when I get that message from you, or unless I can remember your name, I'll be able to go back and find it later. Other than that, it's really rough. So many messages come in at once sometimes. It's really hard to tell where the address came from, especially if I don't talk to you a lot. I say all that to say this, that it'd be better if you just wrote my P.O. box and said, Splinter, what's up, homeboy? Hook me up with some stickers. I do not know what's going on with my freaking phone. It's blurry. For some reason, things are jacked up. I'm going to have to just get a new phone, new camera. I'm going to have to update shit, man. Look at, Splinter's never blurred out like that. And then up there, is it just blurry because my vision shot out? Or, no, glasses on, still blurry. Oh well, sounds like a sip of water to me. I do need to fix it. I need to get some shit going better, man. So be better for you guys. Better audio, better visual. So, what else? Oh yeah, I'm so glad I did not forget. I almost forgot. I don't know what made me remember. My last video, I was giving thank yous. Like, can you send me something? I'm going to give you a public thank you. The homeboy Chad sent me a really cool card for PetSmart to get some dog food for my dogs. And he sent me a notebook with my first initial K on there. Kris. My name is Kris with a K. So he sent me a book with a K on there. I didn't have the book sent around because this is my guitar case. I use it to write down some scales and stuff. And the card's not sent over around because I spent it. So if I don't have what you sent me right here, probably easy for me to forget. So, anyways, good looking out, Chad, man. You're the good homie. Thank you for that card. I'm not feeling good at all, guys. I didn't plan on bringing this up. You know what happened? About 6 weeks ago or so at the methadone clinic, they changed brands. They got a whole different kind of methadone in. And it freaking foobarred me. I have not been right ever since. I had to raise my dose twice since then. You know what's crazy too? A lot of people get confused, like, are you on methadone or aren't you? Because I talk about how my video, the name of my YouTube channel at the beginning was Methadone Detox. Because I was detoxing off methadone. That ended up being an epic fail. I got right back on it, unfortunately. I need to make another video and cover that. But yes, I'm on methadone. And they changed the brand like 6 weeks ago, and it's jacked me up, man. I've not been right ever since. I almost did not make this video tonight because it's not feeling right. But fuck it. Okay, so I don't like to go in chronological order with my videos. Because then I feel like I get locked in. And what do you do at the end? We come to the end. What then? I like to just bounce. I want to feel free to be able to bounce over and talk about whatever, whenever. So I never go chronological order. However, after the last video, I feel like this video has to be in chronological order from the last one. Because I was talking about how my first term I was in a CCF. I got out, went to OL, got straight chuckled at. Like, what? Did your time at the CCF? Hardy har har. So then when I went back to prison, I was like, damn, I better not go to a freaking CCF. And I didn't, but I went to Mule Creek, which is one of 2 PC prisons in California at the time. So I'm like, damn. So my resume reads like this, CCF, Mule Creek. Like, what the hell? So now I'm back on the streets. Don't even trip, no worries. I'm already absconding, getting ready to go back anytime. And I know I'll go to a high power spot this time, go to a much better prison. Ain't gonna be no CCF. So, but I quickly found out when I got to Mule Creek, it was cracking, on and cracking. So, active AF. I'm on the streets. I remember thinking to myself, I'm in Rexon Acres. I got to go to my rundown motels. I'm in this beat up motel on Union Avenue, paying by the week. Had to leave Rexon. I can either take Union Avenue or Cottonwood Road. And I'm like, which one should I take? And I took Cottonwood. Wrong choice. It was wide open, nobody on the street. As soon as I hit the road, it was me and a sheriff. Boom, got my ass pulled over. Going to jail, I'm absconding. But wait a minute, I do have that fake name. So he comes to my window, hits me up, I give him the fake name, it's working, until he asks the girl I'm with her name, which he said what her name was, and he's like, get out of the car, Kris, we know who you are. The cops knew I was running with that chick, so as soon as she said her name, he got me. I was like, damn, in the back of the cop car, I'm like, damn, maybe I have to start getting fake names for everybody. Next time I get on the street, someone's like, Splinter, can I get a ride? Okay, yes. But when we get pulled over, look, you're going to get this name. And also, any future girlfriends are going to have to come ready with a fake name. Be that as I may. So, yep, got locked up, busted. I was going to say something else, and I lost my thought. I don't even like fishing around for it. Oh, well. Anyway, got in the car, got in the cop car, busted, took my ass county jail. There's my 8 notes. My 8 notes. What in the hell? Tell him shut up right now. There are my notes. I guess I can look at my notes, but no. Can't tell what the hell I was talking about. So, busted. 8 with half for absconding and giving a false name to a police officer. I'm in county jail, and right away when I get there, there's an issue. People are already starting to trip. Now, it's cool, and there's always an issue. They're always tripping on somebody. This makes time go by better. And it's cool when they're tripping on somebody and it's not you. You can be entertained by, oh, the drama's going on. But it sucks when they're tripping, but they're tripping on you. And that was my case. I showed up. There's an issue going on. And I could never in a million years would have guessed that they would turn this into some kind of issue in county jail to confront me with. What happened was, just right before I got busted on the streets, I got this girlfriend. Her dad's in and out of, not anymore, but he'd done a lot of prison time. He did a 9-year stretch back in the day. He's a homeboy. He knows all the homeboys. He's in the mix. I'm kicking back his house a lot, and I'm dating his daughter. So I go to leave, and this dude's not home. I'm going to leave I'm going to leave with his daughter. God damn, I can't spit it out. Her and I are taking off. That's what I want to say. Her and I are taking off. Son of a bitch. Oh, that was a rough one. Her and I were taking off. This fucking fool pulls up in a car. I hear sirens too when he pulls up and say, hey dude, I'm running from the cops. He goes, take these guns. I have 2 strikes. I go, what? I'm not taking those fucking guns. He goes, yeah, I already talked to homeboy. He said it's cool. He says, cool if I bring these guns here, just grab them. I go, yeah, he might have said it's cool if you bring the guns here. He didn't say Splinter to be out front, ready to grab them from you and go hide them. I go, no, dude, that's your shit. You get out of the car. He goes, dude, don't you hear the sirens? Fuck, this could be the fire department. I don't know what the hell that is. I'm like, oh, yeah, that's cop siren. I don't know what the hell that is. Dude, I'm not going to take these fucking guns from you. He's like, I got 2 strikes, run from the cops, take these guns from me, and go put them in the house. Homeboy already said it was cool. I didn't say it was cool. Fuck all that. You can't include me in your mix. I said, no, So he took off. He didn't get out, and he didn't put the guns in the house for nothing. That's really the last I heard of it. He didn't get busted. Whatever those sirens were heard, I don't know if they were chasing him or not. They didn't catch him. Everything worked out smooth. I'm sure he had to do what he had to do with the guns. Now, I'm in county jail probably about maybe a month, less than that later, and people confront me with, hey, did you leave homeboy hanging with some guns on the streets? Homeboy has 2 strikes, and the cops are right on it. He painted it to where like fucking the cops are like right on him. You could have handed me a hidden, and I didn't hide the guns. And now he's looking all. He didn't even get busted. So what the fuck? Why are you even talking about it? Shut up, stupid. That's how I was thinking about it. He made it a big ass fucking deal. Not only him, he wasn't in county jail, but whoever he told. And they were starting to trip on it. It wasn't coming to violence, but I wouldn't hope not. I didn't know if they're gonna jump me for it or what. Try to remove me. It was some bullshit. I was like, man, it sounds like you guys are trying to ask me to do some shit you wouldn't have done. I don't think none of you guys would have grabbed these guns when you heard the siren just because this dude has 2 strikes. Which, let me just add, I don't even like this freaking fool. Fuck him. So no, I didn't take the guns. Everyone in county jail was tripping on me. You could tell when they just give him the cold shoulder. I'm a straight violator. I'm gonna get the hell out of there. I'm not going to court or nothing. Any damn I'd be going to Wasco, and I ain't even fucking tripping. But it is an odd feeling. It is fucked up. No one really walks to breakfast with you and shit, and you're just kind of like, outcast, got you on the straight shine. Over some stupid chicks. I didn't take these fucking guns, which you don't even like. And he didn't even get busted with them. Dumb. Anyways, be that as may. Off the county jail. Leave county jail up to Wasco reception. Hit C yard. There for a while, some things happen. talked about a lot of it already. I don't wish to revisit any of it at this time. Then I go to A-Yard. A-Yard had just turned into reception. It's the first time I did any cell living. And it takes some getting used to, especially Wasco reception. They'll just shut you in the cell and leave you in there for 4 days at a time. No TV. I mean, they bring your food and you're just shut in there. It's kind of a trip. A little bit of claustrophobia kicks in a little bit. I kept on tripping like, damn, I felt like I was getting the feeling like, what if I start filling up with water? I'm gonna drown. Or like a pipe's gonna break or something. It's gonna fill itself with water. What the hell? That's what I kept tripping on. But it does get kind of claustrophobic. You got to get used to it. So, and then plus you're just stuck in there with what they decide to give you. And hopefully you can find some common ground, have some good conversation, at least get along. Who they stuck me with was actually a really cool dude. This dude named Scooter from Orange County. He was an OG, older dude, done a lot of time. And what I noticed, living with him right away, is he liked to talk about cooking meth. That's all he'd really talk about. Pardon me. He liked to talk about cooking meth. Cook it like this, cook it like that, cook it with the wiffle ball bat. And I'm a good listener. That's what I am. And I'm very engaging. So I'm like, oh, cool. So it's, you put the acid in, then you put the bug spray. Okay, cool. Oh, bug spray before the rat poison? Okay, cool. And then the acid. Okay, got you. I mean, I'm down to listen. We're chopping it up. He's passionate about the subject. I'm here for him. That's why I was surprised when one day I'm talking to him and I was telling him a story about my girlfriend, the girl who I got busted with. I was telling her a story about, I was telling him a story about her. And he says to me, you must really like that girl, huh? And it's kind of awkward, like a weird thing to hear. And I was like, I don't know, why? What do you mean? He goes, because you talk about her a lot. How are you supposed to take, what am I supposed to say to that? Well, actually, no, I don't talk about her that much. The last time I brought her up was Tuesday after breakfast when I was telling you that her favorite color is pink. And then just now I wanted to tell you that she's lactose intolerant, so it's no dairy for us. Apparently you're not feeling it. He's like, no, it's all good, homeboy. I'm not tripping. You talk about your old lady. I'm just saying no. I'm just saying, hey, you must really like her. I'm like, she's okay. Actually, no, God honest truth, can't stand her. She ain't even writing me. I'm telling a few stories about her here and there, but I feel you. So I quit talking about her. I wouldn't bring her up again. And then after that, every time if I had a celly and he was talking about his girlfriend, I'd say, you must really like her, huh? Gets the head fucked to hear that. If you're talking about your girlfriend, hey, you must really like her, huh? Makes you feel weird. So, who cares about all that? I'm on A-Yard. I've been on Wasco reception about 90 days now. I'm getting ready to catch that bag. Going to Mainline. I know it ain't going to be no CCF. I know it ain't going to be Mule Creek. I can't wait to see what's going to happen. Here comes the cops up the stairs. Back on the door. I get it. CCF! Shit, I can't believe it. Another CCF. Now my resume is going to read CCF. Mule Creek Level 1, CCF. Like, damn. I was not feeling it, bruh. It was Mesa Verde CCF. I always like to look at the bright side. It's in Bakersfield. I'm not going to have no long bus ride to go anywhere. And then I'm in my hometown. Might get some action that way. Just damn, a CCF. Got there and quickly found out. It was hardcore, though. It really was. It was active AF. Us Woods almost got in a real big riot with the Southsiders. Forget about knives. They had straight spears. I can't even show you my phone. It's not big enough. Like, they're gathered around us in groups of 10. And I've seen several spears. The Bulldogs, North Daniels got in a big old riot. And I myself almost got in big trouble. A bunch of stuff happened over a dope debt. I brought up in a video. That video got erased, so I'll probably end up telling that story again soon. So, actually, a lot of stuff happened there at Mesa Verde. And talked about a lot of it. I don't wish to revisit it at this time. But I didn't say this. I never brought this up. And I'm going to be able to tie this in with the cowboy story. No, I did not forget about it from last video. So, out there in yard, Mesa Verde. One of the big things about being a parolee, a homeboy, a convict, one of the huge things is name dropping. Name dropping. When you first get to pen or you see somebody on the streets, you're talking to a homeboy, it's going to be, hey, who do you know? You know, where'd you parole from? Who was your cellie? Who were you kicking it with? Who were the homeboys? And it's like, hey, do you know that dude that was just paroled? He was in that trip. Oh, yeah, you know him? And his brother who used to drive that truck? Yeah, yeah. And that other dude who just got out the chute. What was his name? Oh, yeah. So you're going to find common ground, and you're going to want to talk about different homeboys and who you know. And if you're one of the homeboys that, like, no, I don't know him, I don't know him, I don't know him, your status is going to go way down. Who you know has a lot to do with status. So I'm on the yard, Mesa Verde, chopping up one of the homeboys. We're name dropping. And I asked him, hey, do you know this person? I gave him a first and last name. And it was him. He's like, what? That's me, fool. He's like, what? Because he'd introduced himself to me as a nickname. And at Mesa Verde, I've been calling him by this nickname. I didn't know that was him. Because when I was in county jail a couple years ago, his first and last name, he didn't have the nickname yet, was ringing bells. And I hadn't seen him there, but he was much thinner in his face. I didn't recognize him. So I was like, yeah, do you know this person? Blah, blah, blah. He's like, it's me. It's a weird, awkward moment. We laughed about it, and we continue to laugh about it over the years. We were very good friends for a long time. Seen each other in prison, county jail several times, on the streets. One time, him and I didn't plan on saying this, but we're on the streets. Both of us got out. I had a 9mm in my truck in the glove box. I went outside, left the apartment, someone was breaking into my truck trying to get my speakers out of the back. They saw us and ran, but they'd already took the 9 out of the glove box. We started making some calls. We were in Rosedale. Like Splinter and then this other homeboy, I don't want to say his name, are going to be smashing around looking for that gun. They brought it back, whoever took it, and put it in my truck. But, because they know me and this homeboy were together, we're going to kick some serious dust. So, we would laugh about that over the years. However, I've not spoken to him for a while. And actually, I would say this. I don't wish him any harm. And I'm not even going to go so as far as to say we're not on good terms. We're just not on any terms. I don't wish to pursue any kind of friendship with him at this time or ever. Because the thing about me, I'm very generous. And I show that fool a lot of love. He was around when I got my main inheritance. And who was around me at that time? I touched several people. And my homie Eric, went to kindergarten with, I helped him get a damn Harley Davidson. And he showed me a lot of love since. The thing is, I had so much money and the people around me, I'm a generous person, I'm touching people, but I'm not expecting it back. But what I am expecting is if later on down the road, you ever happen to be doing good, and you see that I'm not doing so good, you should say, hey, I remember when Splinter touched me, man, when he had it going on. I'm not going to forget about that. I'm going to show him some love. But this dude who I'm talking about, as a Mesa Verde with, is not like that. Like I said, I showed him love, and then later on down the road, he had a real good opportunity to be like, oh, I remember Splinter when he showed me some love. Here, homeboy. And he didn't do it. Instead, he was like, smeared me. Just give me a little smear. So I'm cool, homie. So no, we're not the greatest of friends at this time. But he will pop up in other stories. I'm not going to say his name. Because, good friend of mine for several years. How I tightened up the cowboy story. Hold on. Here's me. Damn. Was tripping out. This video better not mess up either because it keeps freezing. If it's freezing on me, it's got to be freezing on you guys. The cowboy story from last video. It's like I said, dropping names. I paroled from Mule Creek. Now, when I went to Mule Creek, I was a dorsal level 1 yard. But since the level 1 yard, the custody level is so low, and they just have a little tiny fence, and the supervision is real lax. They're not going to just let you go straight out there. They're going to put you on the level 3 yard, behind the wall, and do one last little check on you. Make sure you don't have no warrants in other states. Make sure you are suitable to go to that level 1 yard. It's called orientation. Go to the level 3 yard, 10 days or so if you go to level 1 yard. And I went to C Yard, Mule Creek, and that's when I met all the homeboys in the gym. But I was not allowed to go to the yard, because it's an orientation. So I met all the homeboys in the gym, Bobby Wilson, Babyface, Giant. I did not meet one of the homeboys on the yard. And see, I'm glad I didn't tell the story last video, because I wanted to call him Cowboy. His name was not Cowboy, but his brother's name was. And I cannot remember his name, damn it, probably because I never met him. But when I got out, and I would talk to people and say, yeah, I paroled from Mule Creek, they'd say, oh, you know, Giant, you know, homeboy, and they'd ask me, do you know this dude? The guy who was on the yard, who I never got to meet because I never got to go out of the building. And I'd always say yes, whatever reason. That's common too, people lie about who they know. And I don't want to say I was like a bull-faced lie, but and see, he was a real good handball player and a lifer. So he'd bring his name up, oh, do you know so-and-so? And I'd be like, yeah, I know him. He's a real good handball player. He's a lifer. I knew of him because of Mule Creek, same time he was, but we never met. Again, I didn't go outside. But I would always say, yeah, I know Giant, I know Bobby Wilson, I know Babyface, and I know homeboy. Can't remember his name. I would say I knew him. Just because I was there when he was. Then, one night I'm running around, getting ready to hit this lick with a dude named Cowboy. I met him at county jail. We hooked up again on the streets. He was a hardcore fool, too. He's with the business. We're running around. We're doing stuff. He's like, didn't you just leave Mule Creek? I go, yeah. And he goes, hey, do you know homeboy? Brought up his name. I go, yeah. He's a lifer. He's a real good handball player. He's a cool dude. He's like, man, that's my brother. He's like, what's up with him? He's like, man, he won't call my mom. He's like, do you know if he got that package from my mom? Does he still have the gray hat that I left him? What's up with his fingers? His finger's still messed up? And I'm like, fuck, he's asking me all these personal questions about him. Because it said I knew him. I don't know him. And this is his brother. Wanting to know about him. So I'm like, shit. I was like, I don't know. Finally I had to say, dude, look, I apologize, bro. I don't know him. I never met him. And he's like, what? I'm kind of mad. Dude, you said you knew him. You said you were with him at Mule Creek. I was like, I was with him at Mule Creek. I never really got a chance to meet him and shake hands. I never got to go outside. Like, I see him through a window. He looked happy and healthy. I mean, I don't know what else to say. So it was a weird, awkward little thing. I learned a very important lesson. After that, I would never lie about if I say if I knew somebody or not. And it is common. I've had people come up to me and be like, hey, Splinter, what's up? My brother said he knows you from, you know, whoop whoop over here, and you guys did time. And I was like, what? When I did the interview with Smiley, Mitch, when him and I were hanging out on his channel, Hard Intentions, he asked me about a homeboy from Bakersfield, Ronnie Lewis. And I didn't hear him probably at first. He asked me if I knew him, and I was like, no. I'm real quick to say no, man, unless I know for sure I know the person. I was like, wait a minute, Ronnie Lewis? Yes, I know him, Ronnie and Lonnie Lewis are some heavy hitters from Bakersfield. But that taught me a valuable lesson. Don't ever say you know somebody if you don't. And it's common, you want to, and you're doing the name drop of the homeboys, like, yeah, I know that fool, yeah, I know that fool. But nope, it's all bad. I'm gonna cut the string, let it fly. I hope I did good. Bear with me. I'm feeling like straight shiz it. Peace.